25-yard line. And on the ground they go with a running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good back.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line.
Set, 3-19.
Looking to throw. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
back to throw here. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. A big play there for the Dolphins. And even 50 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They get it to him running left. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And the penalty certainly makes things tougher here as they try again. 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And give him a gain of 37.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 70 yards. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Leopard! Leopard! Watching that, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this complete to Henry over the middle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. look to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. Staying on his feet. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On is the Chargers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Finding room at the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage. A pretty good coverage there in both of these defenses. They've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll look to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll go on the ground. Ooh, what a move. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Leopard! Leopard!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll set up to throw. This is caught. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll run it now out of the gun. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. He'll get it up the middle. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
He's going to get it running right, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. Now Dion Lewis to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Lee. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Lee's got it over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They get it to him running left. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. Forbath, the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun.
He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And caught by Henry. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Shaq Lawson with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Over, 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 over.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles Harris in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Out of the gun now on third down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Leopard, leopard.
They run. This is Lewis. Oh, and Lewis lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hot.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Dolphins, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.